good friend of mine, Thabo Mbeki.
Yes.
He's also features in your International Third World Leaders Association, Change Through Leadership.
Yes.
He once described Africa as the continent of the 21st century. You still believe that?
Absolutely. The future of the world is in Africa. Let me just describe something to you. I want you to remember this. People, when they hear the term third world, they feel almost insulted. I'm talking about third world people. Me, I embrace it as being a positive. Third world was a concept invented by a French economist when they were trying to decide the development of the world in a G7 meeting years ago. And his conclusion was there were three worlds on the earth. The first world is, of course, old Europe. The second world is the discoveries of the West. The third world are those who are just coming out of colonialism and oppression. So there's only three worlds on the earth. Three worlds on the earth. First world, Europe. Second world, the Americas. Third world, the developing countries. There are no more worlds. The first world has failed. The number one source of democracy is Greece. Greece is a basket case.
That's right.
So the country that invented democracy failed. Then we have the second world, which is the Americas. The highest crime rate, corruption, murder, drug abuse, divorce. Is that our model? Who owes more money than the United States? China has bought more than 40% of their debt.
That's right.
Is that our model for Africa? The only world left on earth is the third world. Third to me means last. Last means we are now going to take over. We're going to be the ones to show them how to do it. And we don't want to use them as a model because their models failed. I want to challenge all of our African leaders to stop imitating failures. We have the genius mentally to develop our own solutions to our own problems. The smartest people in the world are intellectually in this great continent of Africa. So we should become the standard, not the followers. We should become the leaders, not those who imitate. Let them come here and learn how we solve poverty, how we solve unemployment, how we solve abuse, how we solve social decay. Let them see how we solve crime. We are smart enough to solve our own problems. And I believe the only world God has left on this earth to set a standard for what is perfect and right is the third world countries. I am proud to be the last world. And I hope that together, we as a people all over Kenya, all over Burundi and Gabon and Swaziland, Zambia, Malawi, Botswana, wherever you are, I hope that you can get that spirit that we don't need to imitate failures. We are supposed to present solutions. We are the people who got what it takes. Our brain is untapped. As a matter of fact, like I always say, Jeff, I discovered the wealthiest spot on earth. First, I thought it was the gold mines of Ghana. I thought it was the diamond mines of South Africa. I thought the wealthiest spot on earth was the silver mines of Peru. I thought the wealthiest spot on earth was the oil fields of Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. But I discovered that the wealthiest spot on earth is not too far from your house, right here in Kenya. Matter of fact, we pass it every day. The wealthiest spot on earth is actually the cemetery. Why is it so wealthy? Because buried in the cemetery are books that were never written. The graveyard is filled with music we've never heard. The cemetery is filled with paintings no one has ever seen. The graveyard is filled with poetry never read. The cemetery is filled with businesses that never opened. The graveyard is filled with awesome companies that never got started. The cemetery is filled with inventions we've never used. The graveyard is filled with great, powerful women who died as prostitutes. The cemetery is filled with awesome men who died as alcoholics and drug addicts. It's a rich place.